So I just did like a 15-minute long slow talk that nobody would ever watch. Um, but I just finished up from a sweat lodge, and it was good. It was really good. Um, and it was really perfect timing because I needed to be much more clear before working with the grandmothers. But this was a Lakota ceremony too. From a fellow who's been trained for many years. It was the Lakota Sweat Lodge. So they saw like, wow, man, you're full of toxins. I was like, wow, it's been in the city working, battling it out, fighting for. I mean, pretty much the only thing that's keeping me there is like trying to get people rallied around these farms and indigenous issues. Which I was recently challenged today on my own Facebook wall, thus the 15-minute long stupid rant about the fact that I grew up in the only place where white people are a minority, and I have a unique experience, and I'm not unaware of my privilege, and actually it takes a lot of energy to be aware of it and to use it appropriately, and actually when people point fingers, it doesn't help. Because the finger pointing is like, I mean, in the Quran, like the devil means the person who does that. And my family, Lakota or Hopi and Laguna, father of my sister, explained like you never point. You always go like this if you're gonna indicate something or like show or kind of reference something. You'd never point. So never point. It's not good for your heart. It's not. It's Jesus Christ said even, you know, he's like, why do we, judge not lest ye be judged. So I'll just leave with that. It can be a little bit of I should probably be thankful for those kinds of tests, but it makes it really hard, because honestly the challenge is to be aware of it in a positive manner, because I am and I work very hard to use it for as much good as possible. But I very, very deeply challenge the hegemony, the colonial ideology that even states that white people are privileged because it assumes that the value system and the economy that we work in is functioning or at all an indicator of what's right or what is good for a soul. And I honestly believe that white people in the United States are the most underprivileged spiritually on the planet. White people in America. Because of the materialism, the success of their monopoly on materialism. And to call me white, I've been informed about the history of the term of whiteness, and it's a little bit of a differentiation between white. If you want to get really into this stuff and you want to talk to me about what it means to be white, like I am not interested in tribalism, but there is a slight difference between Celtic Scottish and what cultures were deeply assimilated from the Roman Empire that stopped at Hadrian's Wall. That's where whiteness stopped. And when people talk about white, they mean imperialism. And that is not what my family has stand for ever. In fact, a lot of my family fought very hard and put a lot of their lives on the line to make sure that this nation was not founded on such things. And when I say founded, I have to correct myself, but the revolution which this nation has been sparked with, this intertribal nation, which is far from perfect and pretty darn messed up, but why don't we look at ourselves all over the planet? You know, the more we point fingers, the worse it gets. But the more we empower each other to be self-reflective, the better it is. And that doesn't come from pointing, that comes from doing it. So I was saying on my wall about I don't even have I get stymied and stifled when I try to even share truth because I'm white. It's like if somebody has any concept of what's going on in the world, they can't be white. No, hell no. The freak is that guy doing here? He should get that asshole out of this protest. But when you want to get a whole bunch of people riled up, go find Ted. I'm okay with that because I speak from the heart. Just because I'm white doesn't mean I don't have a heart. Just because I'm white doesn't mean that I grew up where white people were in charge or it was good to be white. Or that I'm even interested in that culture. I am. I don't necessarily agree with it. And I have to deal with 10 times more crap from white people than I have to do with others. In terms of unraveling the lies that have been so deeply entrenched within the identity of whiteness and perpetuated by the identity of whiteness. And what I see as a pattern is that the oppressed become the oppressors. That's happened with the Brits. The Brits were oppressed by the Romans. And then look at what happened to the Brits. And then you have the colonists who were oppressed by the Brits. And then what did they become? The oppressors of the planet. And we're all playing into it. This device, this whole blame game horse crap is the problem. And respecting and loving each other's diversity is the missing piece. So I'll just leave it at that. This is too long. But I love you guys, even those people who are pointing fingers at me. I don't want you to be angry. And I commend you for trying to educate me. Please share with me in a friendly manner if you want me to understand. I can't hear you if you're insulting me publicly. So, waging peace over and out.